They must have knew. Yo, they must have knew I was going to talk cash money shit. They must have knew I was going to talk cash money shit. They must have knew I was going to get on here and clown up, because I damn sure am about to clown up. I'm not even bullshitting you. Who would have thought? Who would have said Merc for podium, 2 cars up? Max Verstappen got a Mercedes to his left and to his right. You know he feel uncomfortable. You know he feel uncomfortable right now. You know he feeling uncomfortable right now. He like, oh, shit. Wait a minute. But you know what? Max was way out there. Max was so far out there, so damn comfortable. I mean, he could have did whatever he wanted to do and made whatever kind of calls he wanted to make, and shit would have been perfect. Big shout out for the super chat on the last one. You know, they like they trying to stop the party. They trying to stop the party from happening. Listen, we said it. We said it. Spain was going to be the place. The mechanic Spain crowd cheering for Lewis. He had the most cheers out of 3. Hey, you know what was surprising about that? Like, I'm glad we didn't see no blackface in Spain. I'm glad we didn't see none of that. For real, for real. And Alonso, congratulations, Alonso. You gave your home crowd the greatest show ever. You gave them an awesome show, Alonso. Big shout out, Alonso coming in 7th from heaven. Good shot. Good job on that. Paul saying, pissed me off how Max comes into turn 1. If Carlos did back out, he would have had taken for real. Track bully. How about drives from Mercedes? We're back, baby. Peace and love, fam. We popping bottles today. Hell yeah, could pop in regular fashion because they tried to stop the show. But we back in it. Jay London, phenomenal job by Lewis and George. Also, team at the factory and getting those upgrades working. And now we just have to add performance. Listen, there's a lot of performance that got to be added. Let's just be really real with each other right now. This is an awesome day for Mercedes. Awesome day. Spider 35. If Lewis started P2, the gap would have been closer. Hey, and I'm not even debating that. But what I am going to say, it is an awesome day for Mercedes. But let's just keep some things real in regards to what things really are. Max is still so far ahead out there in front, it ain't even funny. He is still so far out there, it's not even funny. Like, bro is out there, okay? Like, he's so comfortable out there. He can do whatever he could have went to Panera Bread. He could have went to Starbucks. He could have went probably to Ruth Chris and got like a creme brulee and had dessert and a full course meal and came back on track. The RB19 is still fast as hell. The mechanic, Blue Diva, Sylvie Wick, Maz, and Red Dot on lock and ready with the shot. If any black faces showed up, oh my gosh, they got them glickies and blickies on site. Let's go. Calvin Martin, the speed is returning. Thought 2 races ago, Alonso better sit his ass down. He not a 7-time GOAT. That's a fact. LOL, he not even a GOAT. He only a 2-time champion. Just like Max Verstappen right now. Yeah. So it is what it is, right? It is what it is. But still, 23 seconds, oof, that's a lot of pace to make up. But I will say this. That DRS on the new W14B looks mighty strong. Look, it looks mighty strong. I'm trying to tell you. Derwin Hill says those updates are now indeed upgrades. I got to say, right now, what we saw today, those updates are indeed upgrades. I'm not going to even debate that. They are indeed upgrades, bro, from what we saw today. I think it's good to call them upgrades at this point in time. Now we want to see going forward, will this be the case? Will this be what we will consistently see going forward? That's what I want to know, and that's what I'm going to wait to see. I want to see, is the W14B and Mercedes going to be able to repeat this type of success time in and time out at different tracks? That's what's going to be a very indicating thing. But, hey, I got something to say. And if you don't see it, what's up with Sargent? In 20th? Good God almighty. But listen, let's get this out of the way first. Let's do this. Because we got somebody who is spinning for a $25 or $50 gift card. And that person is Will. Will won Kickback Quality Trivia. He is about to spin for a $25 or $50 gift card, all right? So we about to go ahead, spin this wheel for Will, see what he's going to get. We about to turn it up. Will, here you go. We're going to spin the wheel. Let's see what Will get. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, he might get another 50. He going to get another 50. Oh, we'll get another $50 gift card. $50 gift card going to Will I Am is going to be getting another $50 gift card. Big shout out to Will. Big shout out to that. Bro, you deserve it. You deserve it. Big shout out, Will. So Will's going to get another $50 gift card coming his way. Damn, Will up here making it. So I know when we saw this, we thought it was going to be all bad. We thought it was going to be all bad right there. All right, everybody saw that in qualifying. It was a horrific situation. It didn't look good. Russell got a lot of flack for it, as he should have. And it was crazy to hear Nico talking about Lewis Hamilton apologizing. Let's see what we got on the super chats. It says right here, we got Freak Dogs Flair says, Mercedes now second in constructors. Big shout out. Drink for that. Mercedes is second in constructors. Mercedes has gained an AMR and Ferrari. I think Mercedes are now the second fastest team on the grid. I don't want to jinx it yet. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to say that might be the case just yet. I think honestly we might have to wait just a bit longer. I think maybe just a bit longer to see what may happen and what may take place. But I don't think it's far-fetched to say that is indeed coming. All right, right now they got second in constructors. I want to see them consistently do it because let's not forget Ferrari do have updates, and Ferrari muffed up their strategy today. Ferrari did muff up. Ferrari keeps – listen, Ferrari fans got to be stressed. Ferrari fans have to be stressed with the things that Ferrari does because they really shot themselves in the foot again. Again, Selfmade says Lewis and George have a car to work. Matter of fact, let me make my notes real quick. Will, $50 gift card to you, brother. Congrats. Let me make my notes. $50. Go ahead and get that. But Ferrari keeps shooting themselves in the foot, man. Ferrari fans got to be pissed. But it's been a long time since Mercedes fans been able to do this. Y'all said Mercedes podium, we pop bottle, the damn internet try to wreck us out, YouTube try to take us out, but we still up in here turning up for Mercedes. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah, we still going to talk about Russell because Russell was out there still doing Russell things just over the radio. We definitely going to talk Galactics. I saw Merc top speed of 332 kilometers per hour. Let's go. Now, we do know from qualifying that top speed then was 333 kilometers an hour, but still, that's up there. And we want to see how that's going to present itself around majority areas of the track. But Mercedes is up there. So we did see that. Who else we got? Mary Beanie says, yes! I'm buzzing. Lewis P2, I told you W14 B-Spec has power with more updates coming. Princess George, hush your mouth, more power coming from Mercedes. She ain't lying. That's the new nickname for George. It's Princess George right now. That's what he getting because I'm telling you, George was asking for all types of cookies. We're going to get to that too. Let's see who else we got. We got some other people. Oh, the R2 Tech. Welcome back, fam. What's popping? This is where Merck should have been last year. Congrats to the Mercedes fam. Hey, you're not lying. They should have realized some things last year, but they didn't. They really should have, but they didn't. But better late than never, right? Better late than never. Paul says, congratulations, Will. This is the best place and best family ever. Paul is the best place and best family ever because of other family members like yourself. Like Will, like Sylvia, like Mary, like Maria, like damn Nah Automane, like Blue Diva, like Mimi. You know what I'm saying? Like Racer X210, like Wildcat, like Malachi. Like, come on now. We ain't seeing Big Hurt in a minute. We ain't seen Buck Dollar Puro in a minute. Like Insane. Like all of y'all make this community what it is. Will I Am says, let's go. Sergeant P20. Where was Pia Pia? Where Pia Pia's in 13. So my rookie's still running up. No points today. No points. But did outdo his senior driving partner, unlike Logan, falling to Albon. So Pia, you can't get points all the time. Well, you could, but you didn't today. So yeah, that's what we got. But bro, Pia 9 to P13. All I care about, my brother, is when we talk is when I see Sergeant right here and I see Pia right here. That's all I care about. I just need my rookie to beat yours by the end of the season. But I know what you can see. You go to that points board, what you're going to see is Sergeant at, ooh, cheerio, oh. Who we got next? The Chaos Druid upgrades. Look like it's enabled Lewis to have a car, and he can work with it. Use it. Let's see if he's going to do that. Jefferson, what's up, bro? Max RBR Red Bull Racing been gaining at least a 10th per turn. Yo, the RB19 is stupid fast still. Matter of fact, I got a conversation we're going to have. Galacticus just blessed 5 people in the membership. Just blessed 5 people in the chat. Let me see who those new members are. We got Only True, Christopher Smith, Ola, Nompod, Blue Diva, and Janet just got a membership. Well, not Blue Diva. Janet just got a membership blessed to you from the Wolfpack family member, Galacticus. Big shout out. Much appreciation for that, bro. Really do appreciate that. So let's talk about something. Because there was a certain conversation that many people were saying was foolish for me to indeed have, that starting Perez on a slower tire than majority of the cars around him would have indeed doomed him for the race. I just got to say, did Red Bull start on a slower tire than the rest of the grid? There's 20 cars out there, right? Out of 20 cars, only 2 cars were starting on a slower tire. And it seemed to me that within a few laps, those same cars on slower tires either extended their lead or had a few overtakes. So I want to tell those people who were so adamant about trying to tell me I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, trying to tell me, oh, you don't know tire compounds. I want to tell those people, shut the hell up. You ain't got nothing to say to me. Don't say nothing, because I told you. The RB19 is the fastest car on the grid. Starting Perez on hard tires, I don't care if he would have lost the position to Alonso or not, he would have got it back anyway. All the Red Bulls started on medium tires, a slower tire than the softs, correct? Correct? Are you going to try to come up with some manigans of, oh, well, the soft compound in Spain with this tarmac, and it shut the hell up. The point is, the car is so fast, you can afford to go ahead and not front load your privileges and go ahead and middle or back load a little bit and still come out on top. What are you talking about? We in real time analyzing this, not your theoretical bullshit. Goodness gracious. Les 430 says, let's go. Happy with the double podium. Only was up from here. The teamwork. Lewis looking good in that car. He is looking solid. He is looking comfortable. He is, Les. That's a fact. Baraka says, happy for Max win, but uncomfortable conversations are needed for Checo. Yes, some uncomfortable conversations may indeed need to happen with Checo. But let's also remember where Checo came from, coming up to 4th, didn't make the podium. And also, I got to say, our conversations solely need to happen with Checo, or do some conversations need to happen also in the organization? Because I'm still not completely sold, although leaning to it being more Checo than the team. But I'm just saying, if it is that way, then Checo has a problem winning, and then he just goes off. Or is it that Checo wins and then he gets derailed? One of the two. Will I am gifting somebody a Wolfpack membership, and it is Ethan Nolly. Congratulations. No, it's not Ethan Nolly. Who got the membership? Nicholas Franklin. Oh, like from Snowfall. You got a membership blessed by Will I am. Big shout out, Spider 35. Who else knows Dutch national anthem by heart? Not me. I don't know it by heart. Not at all. All right. So let's talk about some things. Let's talk about some things too. Okay. So starting off on medium tire, slower tire, whatever the hell people want to say, RB19's fast car on the grid. You can afford to do that. All right. And extend on your back end. Norris, you was out. You got to be donkey of the day, bro. Norris got to be donkey of the day. Norris goes out there after getting grid position of 3rd and ruins it before the first lap is even up. Norris, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? You sacrificed your entire race for little or nothing. People thought and were criticizing Lewis Hamilton for going ahead and letting Stroll go by. But you see, it takes season. It takes experience. It takes a champion to know, listen, that's a small loss for a big gain to come. Norris got too anxious. Lando, you got to calm down, bro. You could have had a better position than you ended up with. 17th? From 3rd to 17th? That's a deconversion if you got to have one. Galacticus says, Russell quit talking on the radio, you chatty patty. Yo, we going to talk about Russell talking on the radio. Trust me, we getting to that. Because that dude was running his mouth so bad that they was like, Russell, I don't really know what your problem is, but none of this is real. Like, none of this stuff that you talking about is real. Like, you're the only person out here talking about this, Russell. But we'll get to that because we ain't got to wait long. Perez 2 positions on slower tires. I'm going to say that. But what's up with these UK guys? Because Lando almost also ruined Lewis Hamilton's race. Like, he could have got a tire puncture. He could have had floor damage. What's up with the UK? Like, Russell in qualifying. Now we got Lando at the start of the race almost derailing Lewis Hamilton's race. It just looks like the UK dudes don't get along or something out there? I mean, I know a couple of buses, but I'm just saying, do UK drivers not get along or something? Like, for real? Because it just look crazy. Uno says, hey, twin and everyone, Merc is coming back. Glad. I'm going to say this. Before I deem that Merc is coming back, before I deem that they coming back, I'm saying that I like what I saw today. I think what we saw today is a true representation of the updates now maybe are at least going towards being upgrades. I mean, 2 Mercedes on podium, tandem together. I think we can say that the updates are upgrades. Now, before we say that they're back, we need to see some consistency like that. We need to see a repetition or a replication of that same success, okay? That's what we need to see. Because coming forward, we're going to be, we got a little break, right? So that means we're going to have Wolfpack Epic Grudge Racing coming up this weekend. And then next weekend, we're going to be in Canada, which is so-called kind of like a street circuit, but not really. Once we see that, and in Austria, if we can see Mercedes top 3 in those next 2 races, yeah, Mercedes is back on track. Now they just got to keep adding to that. J. Rob, we should have Donkey of the Day for every race. Yeah, you know what? I might make that note. Donkey of the Day today is Lando for sure. He's Donkey of the Day. We should do that. And I might come up with a graphic. Hey, J. Rob, hit me up in the Discord. Remind me about that, bro. Jefferson, Max could have taken 20-second break and still. Bro, that's what I said. Max could have went to McDonald's. Max could have went to Wendy's. Max could have went to Little Caesars, which they slow on getting you your pizza. And he could have waited there and still came out of the drive-thru, pulled back on track, ate the pizza, threw the box out, causing foul, of course, and probably getting a penalty, and still won the race. That's how fast the car is. That is how fast the car is, and that is how good of a driver Max Verstappen is in the fastest car on the grid. So I'm just saying, it's still a big task before Mercedes are competitive with Red Bull Racing. Right now, Red Bull is looking like, damn, they might be on something. But they not concerned. They not worried. Red Bull is not, trust me, Red Bull is not worried right now. They may have taken notice, but they're not worried. They're not concerned. DP Auto House up, family. Merc bringing it. I know. Malachi, what's up? Red Bull is only going to get slower. They have a wind tunnel penalty that will start, to show as the season goes, especially when the end of the season comes. Now, Malachi, we got to be honest. So we got to be a little bit more in context with this, right? That penalty isn't as bad as it seems to the team that it's dealt to. Because Red Bull are already the fastest car and most aerodynamically improved car or developed car on the grid. So I'm not sure if that wind tunnel time is going to impact them that time, but you are probably factually more accurate and correct with saying they will be slower. The main point is, or what's to be really important, will they be slow enough for at least 2 or 3 other teams to rival them race in and race out? That's really what we want to know. That's what we want to know. Will Red Bull be slow enough after this season, given their air wind tunnel penalty, slow enough for teams like Mercedes and Ferrari, maybe even McLaren if they get back on the horse, but definitely Aston, to rival them for points, race wins, and out? That's what we're going to want to know. That's what we're going to want to see. That's what it's going to come down to. All right. DP Auto House says, no. We got Paul. Paul says Max had a free pit stop. That's fast. He did. Basically, yeah, he did. Like, Max had a free pit stop. Like, that's not even a joke. He had a free pit stop. Paul says, Calvin Martin says, yes, Russell needs to hush, realizing he not as fast. as he thought. The GOAT is out of the wind tunnel and testing mode. Hey, Russell, I don't know if anybody paid attention to that lead that Max had was crazy, but the lead that Hamilton had on Russell, I mean, it wasn't like Russell was chopping that down. Now, let's give Russell credit, though. Russell was doing some overtakes. The W14B was enabling Russell to do overtakes like a madman. Bro was throwing it down the inside, going around the outside. The W14B got like some DRS out of nowhere. Like out of nowhere, the DRS is crisp. I ain't saying it's Red Bull S, but the W14B got some crisp DRS action, baby. I'm telling you, it's going wild up in there. Let's see what we got. Hey, somebody, y'all got to hit like. Y'all got to hit like in the chat. Y'all got to hit like in the chat. I'm turning this live off. I just turn it off. I go celebrate and only be in the Discord group with my wolves. Go ahead. Y'all got to hit like in that chat, man. Y'all tripping right now. 74 likes. Y'all better run it up. Y'all better run it up. So what's up with DeVries and Yuki? Look at DeVries. Where's DeVries? Where's DeVries? Let's look at him. Yuki right there. 9th. Is that points for Yuki? I think so. Where's DeVries? 14th? 14th? Are you for real? 14th. Now, it was a lot of people talking like DeVries was like going to be doing some crazy major things. Yuki's still getting the only driver getting points for AlphaTauri. DeVries fell to 14th. That's like his number. He should play that number on Powerball every time. 14. Yuki again, congratulations, getting points. Joe getting in the points at the last one in 10th, outdoing Bottas in 19th. I just got to ask y'all, I know we got some issues. Some people got problems. Some people don't like Russell, but I got to ask y'all, are you really going to be sold on Bottas, Valtteri coming back to take the Russell seat and really doing what the team needs as far as overall? Do we think we see Valtteri doing the same thing Russell was doing today? He's 19th compared to Joe at 10th. That's not leader. That's not like number one driver like. I'm saying that some drivers' decline happen a lot sooner than other drivers. Valtteri's decline might be here to the point where he can't be that same guy. If he can, I would like to see it. But if you're not consistently going to be beating Joe, I don't know if I believe that or not. I don't know if I believe that. I also believe that, yeah, Russell could be a better teammate and definitely gets on my damn nerves, and he definitely do some side-eye stuff. But if we talking about winning and supporting of teammates, which we know Valtteri would do, that's unquestionable. He beats Russell out there every time. But as far as performance, I got to see a bit more from Valtteri this season and next season. And what happens when Audi comes in? I got to see a bit more because I'm not trusting that. I'm not trusting that from Valtteri. He got to do better than that for me. He got to do better than that for me. By the way, we do have a new VIP box member. We do have a new VIP box member that we are going to present today. So please don't go anywhere. I got their name right here. We're going to congratulate them. All right. We had OG Zilla last week. We got another VIP member this week. I'm going to congratulate them. Don't go nowhere because I'm going to ask them to be here for you when I congratulate you. Mary Beanie, Princess George, where was the rain? Hey, sometimes I want to go outside. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. But let's talk about this real quick. So I'm just saying, if we go in here and we look as well, Sainz well over Leclerc. All right, there's some things right there. Stroll, like, what's up with Alonso? Like, what is up with Alonso? Alonso, if he had this approach when he was teamed up with Lewis Hamilton, the greatest driver in Formula One, maybe things would be better. I mean, he literally is like, don't tell Stroll, don't worry. He's not under attack. Not going to worry. What? What are you talking about? I better see this consistent change with everybody. Everybody. Alonso, everybody. I'm not lying. I'm telling you right now, Alonso, if you out here pruning orchids, if you out here picking flowers, growing a rose garden, going to Max Verstappen's house to prune bonsai trees, and you letting Stroll stay in front of you without no pressure, I better see this type of mentality with every driver on the grid, including Lewis Hamilton. Because I know chivalry is not dead in Formula One, because I seen you open the door more than enough for Max Verstappen. Like, here you go, Max, come on through. I better see that same type of energy with Lewis Hamilton. LH44 come through, the greatest driver in Formula One, 7-time world champion. Should be more than that. A lot of people would debate. I better see it. I better see it. Just trying to say. Oh, yeah. Mimi, I got you. I got you, Mimi. We put in a poll right now. Here you go. There we go. I got you. Poll in the chat. Don't dance on it. Just vote on it. Boom. There you go, Mimi. Asking you shall receive, my queen. Let's go. Here we go. So what we got? Poll in the chat. 100% right now saying no. 100% right now saying no. Who else got it? Who else? Okay, we're going to let that grow. So let's talk about this. So by lap 17, De Vries over Yuki. De Vries under Yuki 18-12. Yuki also on the radio like, shut the hell up, let me drive. Pia 6, Lando 19th, Sargent 12th, Albon 20, and they flip spots pretty much with a little discount there. Sylvia Wick, I apologize to y'all, dude. His super chat didn't come up. Oh, damn. Okay, just let me know what's going on. We'll read. Give me that super chat and I'll read it out, Sylvia Wick. Appreciate you much, Queen. So then we also got Perez pits 2. Listen, Red Bull are phenomenal. Red Bull are phenomenal with their pit crew. Because Haas, you screwed up today. Your pit strategy was butt. It was butt. Do you hear me? Your pit strategy was pure butt today. That is real talk. I was not happy about the pit strategy over there with Haas. Haas, you got plenty of time to practice, do a lot of things. Like, if you're not going to be great on track, you should indeed be practicing. Pit stops should be like sewing machines. Like sewing machines. That's what Gunther needs to be working on. That's what you need to be working on for real, because that's a shame. Jefferson says Red Bull in a race of their own in Merckx versus the rest. That is it. So really pretty much what we have right now is Mercedes is best of the rest, like Alpine was hoping to be. Now, I did tell y'all something. I said, are we going to see a replication of Ocon's success from Monaco to here? And the answer is no. Although we see Ocon is over Gasly with a considerable amount of positions, at least 2, 3, 2. But we didn't see that same. Now, he did do some nice things in the race. I'm going to give Ocon his credit. He did do some nice things in the race. But we did not see that, like what Monaco would do for people who don't usually do. We didn't see that. Blue Diva, so happy for Lewis, but Red Bull still holding back. And I do believe there's some pace still in that Red Bull car that they have not unleashed yet because they haven't been pressured to. They have not been pressured to. They haven't been worried about it. Then Russell pits lap 26, 2.6 seconds on mediums. Hamilton had pitted 25, 3 seconds on mediums. So there we go, same tire strategy. Although I think Hamilton was doing a better job managing his tires. Then we got Perez pits 2.0 seconds on hards in 9th. And here we go. Here is where things start getting real funny from Princess George. George, although rain was in the news or the forecast, it wasn't at the track. George was consistently asking, listen, George, let me tell you something. The next time George hassles you that much talking about rain, just box him and put him on inners. Just box George and put him on inners so he can learn his lesson to just shut the hell up unless you really see water or you see everybody else having trouble on track or we tell you that it's raining. George was so adamant that it was raining. He multiple times kept saying, I see rain. I got rain. Listen, George, it's not raining. It's just you. It's not raining, George. I'm telling you, it's not raining. He was worse than damn Ricky Bobby in Talladega Nights. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Tom Cruise, use your witchcraft. Bobby, you're not on fire. Like, George, it's not raining. It's not raining, George. It's okay. It's not raining out here. George was out there tripping. I'm trying to tell you, George might need to go for a P test. I'm trying to tell you right now. Max driving Red Bull, Perez driving AlphaTauri and Red Bull. Oh, my gosh. That is a good one. That is a good one. That is a good one. Blue Diva says that Max Verstappen indeed has a real RB19. At some point in time during the night when everybody was asleep, beyond curfew, Red Bull engineers and mechanics snuck in, brought an AT in from AlphaTauri, dressed it up in Red Bull's livery, and that indeed is what Perez is driving. So he's not to blame, all right? He is not to blame for what's happening right now. That is funny. That is a good one. Damn, Blue Diva, that was hard. That was a good one. Oh, Maria Duncan. Yeah, just stopping through to say hi to the fam. Congrats to the GOAT for P2. Max needs to start looking in his mirrors because hammer time is coming. Uh-oh. Here come the hammer. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, Maria Duncan, we were just talking about you the other day. Big shout out to the fam. Big supporter fam. Blue Diva, George Carlin, sweat in the helmet, rain of course. Damn. Blue Diva on George, Princess George ass right now. So, yeah, it wasn't raining. And Ben, how about this? I don't even, listen, George does something. They say solid work. Just solid. It's just solid. George, what you want, a big ass cookie or something? Solid is good. Then it's good, George. It's good. I got him. You gotta pat him. You can't rock. You gotta like hold him steady and then pat his back. It's good, George. That was really good. It was really good. Thanks, Toto. That's like, George, what are you doing? Like, do you need a bunch of cookies? Somebody buy a pack of Oreos, keep them in the pit. Every time George comes in, give him a double stuffed Oreo so he can feel good about himself. Damn. Yadu says commentators on F1 TV need to check themselves. Hating on Hamilton and hyping Alonso and fake champ is sickening to watch. Bro ain't lying. They be hyping. Hey, supposedly Will Buxton. Where you at, bro? Where's Will Buxton? Because Will Buxton was all up Alonso's sock, pant, leg like an ant. Like, oh, man, win. Alonso's going to win. Alonso's home crowd. My bill, I went to the restaurant. It was 333. I woke up at 3:33 this morning. I went to bed at 3:33 this morning. What are you talking about? Like, you was hyping Alonso up like it was nobody's business. Alonso finished 7th and has been struggling. You cannot stand still in Formula One. You cannot. Your updates better indeed turn into more of upgrades if you plan on staying at the top. I think right now what Aston Martin is seeing is they are starting to be overdeveloped throughout the course of early season. We still got 70% of the season remaining. 70%. Spider R35, let's just hope this isn't track specific. Let's hope that. That is a very good point. Let's hope it's not track specific. That's why I said we need to see Canada and we need to see Austria. We need those two races. If Mercedes can indeed replicate what they've done here as far as their finishes, then it might be okay to say Mercedes indeed may be back. We need to see that happen, at least in Canada, which is a solid, for real, kind of like street circuit, kind of, sort of. And then we need to see Austria. If we see the W14B with Lewis Hamilton and Russell doing these things at those two tracks, it might be safe to say, yo, Mercedes is back on track. Now they have to catch up to the Red Bull. The mechanic, it's like George got daddy issues. Yes, for real, he do. I think George do got daddy issues. No lie, I think he do got daddy issues. You're right about that. I think that's true. I don't even think you're wrong about that, man, for real. So, Alonso pitted on hard. Now listen, Jefferson, George Russell's dripping so much sweat and thoughts it was raining. Listen, George was sweating bullets. I think his main focus is, I believe that George was caught up in his head that he wanted to beat Lewis Hamilton. He wanted to beat Lewis Hamilton so bad. That's where I think he was really at in his mind. And that right there is almost going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem because not because there's anything wrong if he beats Lewis Hamilton. It's a problem for him if he can't stay focused on what he needs to stay focused on to improve his own races, right? You're steady on beating your teammate instead of getting the most drive. Like he's so trying to prove himself for no reason right now. No reason. Like, chill, bro. It's going to be okay. But Max is getting multiple penalties for exceeding track limits. Why? Because that's what Max does. It's just that they haven't been giving him these penalties. We've seen Max time again exceed track limits, because that is indeed what Max Verstappen does. He exceeds track limits. We've seen it time again. Now people want to be like, oh, Max is exceeding track limits. Yeah, he's been doing that. Galactica says, Alonso trying to please Daddy Stroll. What a joke. Alonso is trying to do whatever he got to do to keep securing his bag at Aston Martin until he can make that move to Red Bull. That's what he's doing. And I don't even know if that, listen, people may say that Alonso with Max Verstappen would be a good thing. I think it would be the perfect thing if you don't like Red Bull that would blow up their camp. Alonso in the fastest car on the grid is not going to submit to Max Verstappen. Not one bit. All this kumbaya in the flowers, all this Alonso and Max Verstappen going on buddy dates and bromancing about what they going to do to lilies and come over and see my garden. That shit stops if Alonso gets to Red Bull and they are still the fastest car on the grid and he sees in his mind, I could win a championship. Him and Max Verstappen are going to be at odd ends for real, and Max is going to see what it's really like to have somebody that will buck up just as much as you, because Alonso can do that. He can do that. Let me see what else we got. Dave, what's up? Goat, Schooling, Russell. I, for one, am not worried. Hey, where are all those people that consistently want to talk about Russell, Schools, Hamilton? Where are all those people? Where are they? It's just so funny that they never really hear around then. They only come out when it gets really dark, like most roaches and rats do. Where are they right now? Nowhere. Eric TB4, if Mercedes went with the plan B from the start, they would be a lot closer. 2025 is going to be a good season. Mercedes should be there by then. I don't know 2024. I think 2024 is going to be a definite increase, should be. I think 2025 is an accurate timeline. I think you're right, Eric. I think 2025 is a more accurate. I think 2024 is where we see maybe a closer contention to where it's Mercedes and Red Bull really battling it out. But I think Max and Red Bull kind of still edge more wins than not. But I think 2025, before we cross into 2026, I think that's where Hamilton and Mercedes may likely really be on the up. I think that's fair to say. I think that's a pretty good timeline. Galacticus, Max and Alonso will crash and take themselves out. They would. It would be great for people who don't support Red Bull. If you don't like Red Bull, you don't like Max Verstappen, campaign to have Alonso picked up by Red Bull and Aston to let him go. Campaign for that, because it's going to be crazy. You are really going to see two teammates go at it. Alonso, knowing that I am on the end of my career, literally, I haven't had a win trophy in damn 17 years, God. Please let me get with Red Bull. And if I do, I will run Max Verstappen so wide off the track, that he'll be in another zip code or county code or province by the time he realizes I done won the race. That's what's going to happen. That is what's going to happen. He's going to be out of there. So if you don't like Red Bull, campaign for that, because I'm telling you right now, that is likely what will take place. Sylvia with Kelly, smash the like button. Please, fam, subscribe. Thank you very much, Sylvia with Kelly. Mary Beanie says the W14 B-Spec was ready to go before season started. Only thing, they didn't bring it out. So something had to been going on. They had it ready, but evidently it wasn't completely ready to bring out. But now that it is, I mean, Mary Beanie didn't tell y'all no lie. She said when the B-Spec come, it was going to be strong, and that's what we seen since the B-Spec been here. It's been strong. So, would she say something? Hey, don't take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a nice bucket of rocks that you could take that to the bank and cash it. You're going to get your money. Who we got next? I see somebody else. Freak Dogs Flair says, I hope Mercedes keeps the black livery. From now on, Mercedes looks like a black shark, black jaws coming. Hey, I hope they do too. They need to keep the black livery. It's sleek and right. Don't worry about going back to the silver arrows thing. Like, keep the black livery and run it up. For real, I agree with that. I like the black livery better. Like, it looks good. It looks sharp. It's weight reduction. You ain't got to worry about a lot. You found a way to make your sponsors noticeable on there. Don't change it up. Don't go back to the silver arrows thing. Like, just leave it alone. Blue Diva, please give massive respect to our Queen Mary. That's a fact, because she been talking that. She been saying it. And she stuck to her guns with it. And she was right. She was indeed right. I'm telling you, I think this season, if we see in Canada and Austria, Danny B. Perez is to Verstappen what Bottas was to for Hamilton. They don't want another Alpha in a Red Bull. Hey, facts. They don't. That's true. They don't want that. As much credit as Christian and Max give Alonso, Max knows he don't want Alonso in that cage with him. He knows it. He do not want Alonso in the same pastures grazing as him, because he knows Alonso, unlike Gasly, unlike Albon, unlike Perez, unlike Daniel, he know Alonso will give him the business. Like, if they come at odds ends, Alonso's gonna buck up on Max real bad. And then let me tell y'all what y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see the real side of Max Verstappen when he meets somebody who can bully better than him. Y'all gonna see Max. Y'all gonna see. Watch him cry and start whining. You gonna hear Max crying and whining and cussing a lot on radio. I'm trying to tell you. And see if he puts his hands on Alonso like he did Ocon. I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. Today was a day to celebrate. You don't even need to be a Mercedes fan. Eric TB4, if next year goes well for Mercedes, Ferrari, Aston Martin, or McLaren, it can easily turn into a 3-team, 4-driver fight for the WC. And that's what I would like to see. I would like to see that. And listen, honestly, I would like to see Aston in that fight. But I don't think Aston's going to do it because it's really because of the story that Aston is kind of starting to build into, coming from being a customer team to a works team, trying to develop, getting the new facilities, turning it around from last season to this season. It's a good look. Like, it's a good thing to see somebody make a huge amount of change and see progress from it and continue to excel. McLaren came in lackluster, thought they had something in qualifying, lost it in the race, but they got a solid rookie in Oscar Piastri. What can they add to that next season? That would be awesome. Ferrari, bringing updates here. Seemed like everything was fast, but I'm telling you, Ferrari can bring the updates, okay? And I'm just going to be real with you right here. Ferrari can bring the updates. They can have the drivers. They can have the car. But for some reason, they can have all the components and still screw it up. Put it in the oven, walk off, forget to set the timer, and burn it up. Just burn up whatever it is they're baking. That's what Ferrari did. Ferrari did it to today. I'm telling you, their fans have to be vexed. They got to be stressed. Ferrari's showing so much potential to do nothing. It's crazy. How do you do it? How do you remain to be a Ferrari fan with all that going on? Like, I credit you. You got to be a strong person. Allison, let me see. Allison says, welcome. Hey, Allison, welcome to the Wolfpack family. Big shout out. Let's give Allison some love. Huge love to Allison. For real, for real, for real. Thank you very much. Let me welcome you. Big shout out to you. Thank you. We got new family members and all that. I love it. So we will indeed see. Things are going to start showing. Things are going to start showing. Like I said, Canada, Austria, if we see Mercedes replicate this type of success at those two circuits, then it's the time to say Mercedes is back. Until then, kind of got to taper it. Take this nice podium, 2 and 3, both W14Bs on the steps. Take that, appreciate it. Now we need to see replication of that same thing coming up in 2 weeks, week after that. That's what we need to see. And then from there, Mercedes is just building. They're just building, adding to, learning more, understanding more, and achieving more. And then people are going to start really get excited because they see, yo, this 8th might be happening. It might be happening, but you still got to understand, Red Bull still may have some super duper cars that they haven't laid down on that table yet. They might see what's in the river and like, damn, that's in the river. You know what I got in my hand? And when they play it, Don't be mad. Just understand that sometimes you got enough to kind of leave a little bit in your bag. And Red Bull, I mean, you see the gap still. Red Bull may have that. Paul says, welcome to all the new family members. Make sure to get in the Discord. Thank you very much, Paul, my brother. He is right. Now that you are a family member, you have access to the Discord. Get in there because even though there's not a race next weekend for Formula One, we have the Wolfpack F8 Grudge Racing Series here live. And we also still will have a Wolves Den meet then as well. Blue Diva, Lewis has to be sparkled back. He looks so chilled. Yeah, right now he does. And I know he's feeling good about it because he had a good drive. It was a good, solid drive, good pit stops, solid strategy, although Russell don't like to hear solid for some reason. So just solid, yeah, solid. What else do you want to hear? Great? It wasn't great, Russell. It was solid. So anyway, Princess Russell, chill out. So yeah, but everything looked pretty solid with Mercedes today. Everything looked. The pit stops weren't terrible. Like I said, 2.6, 3 seconds. That's not terrible. Getting out on track, the undercut, the strategy, the communication, at least between Hamilton, the drive overtakes by Russell. It looked solid for Mercedes today. It looked like a more solid car. And not to mention this, the DRS, when it was engaged, looked better than it ever has since they had the W13 to the W14 Alpha and now the W14 Bravo B-Spec. It just looked good. And George, I don't know if you're trying to do a remake or a remix of Keith Sweat's song and want to go outside in the rain, but I thought it was funny as hell when the radio told him, George, nobody's pushing for this but you. Nobody's campaigning for rain except for George Russell. Anybody else? Nope, not me. Radar? Nah, not me. George is like in a world of his own. Like, I think he just gets so over anxious. He's like a little Yorkie. Shut up, chill. Don't do anything else. Don't talk. Just do that. Just go. George Russell, man. But we're going to see what happens. We will see. I'm excited to see. I'm pumped. I'm pumped. So we're going to get into it. We'll see how things go. Mary Beanie, just to let you all know, Mercedes is staying black, okay? Triple 100. Triple 100. She said, Danny B, what was Lando doing? He almost looked out the goat. Hey, he almost took out the goat with his over anxious ass. Danny B, I said this, man. What's up with these UK dudes? Why they doing that? UK drivers like Russell tried to take him out in qualifying. Lando tried to take him out in the race. Like, these UK drivers got to get along. They supposed to be statesmen. They supposed to be countrymen on the track. I understand you different teams, but you're supposed to have a little bit of regard. Like, hey, I ain't gonna do nothing unnecessary. Go to the same country, representing the same flag. I know we on different teams. So with a little bit of that, like, I don't care about you, but with a little bit, I do care about you. But I was like, yo, that right there could have killed the race right there. Imagine that. That's why anything could happen in these races. Anything could happen in these Grand Prix. You never know. You never know. Yeah, it would have been Lando's fault, but you never know. So we still got to keep that in mind too. You still have errors. You still have situations that you can't control. You have to be able to navigate through all that and put everything else together while in the midst of a storm. And that's what every team is dealing with. And we're just trying to see if Mercedes, with the hole they dug themselves in, can they dig themselves out of that hole and then put something good together in the midst of a storm. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. So it's looking good. Mimi, I see you 193 podiums and counting for Sir Lewis Hamilton, running up that record. He going to run it up. And you know what? It was real funny. I don't know how, but feel free to explain this to me in the comment section or in the live chat. I don't know what the commentators were saying, but I know what they were saying. I just don't know how they arrived to this. They said Max Verstappen is the most successful driver in Red Bull. In Red Bull's line. That's not true. It's not true. First of all, he doesn't have as many records as Lewis Hamilton, but Lewis Hamilton's at Mercedes. But let's just talk about Seb. Does he have more championships than Sebastian Vettel? I don't think so. So how does that make Max the most successful driver for Red Bull ever? Because he doesn't have more champs than Seb. He's working on one. He'll be still one shot. So that's still not the most successful next season. Next season, he'll see if he's going to equal Seb. So that's still not the most successful because he has to beat Seb. So he needs 5 to be the most successful. Did they forget about Seb? I mean, this is what I'm saying. Like, these commentators are so quick to, like, big up and just build Max up. The whole time yesterday, they were reporting and qualifying. What did they say? They said Carlos coming across, Russell hitting it up. Hamilton comes in, Hamilton comes in and nails it first, and it's quiet. They don't say nothing to Hamilton. Then they say something about the next driver. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Come on now. Come on with these shenanigans. Come on with these shenanigans. I'm trying to tell you. Y'all need an equalizer up there. Y'all need somebody kind of split the middle. Because I would have asked you. When I heard that commentator say, I don't know if it was Coulthard or with Jack Quees. I don't know which one it was, but I would have said, is it not a prerequisite that y'all know how to count basic arithmetic before getting this job? I mean, you don't have to know how to count, because how the hell can Max be the most successful driver in Red Bull's line when Seb got 4 and he only got 2? I mean, that's 50% less. Am I wrong? Anybody? Sam, bro, what do you think about that math? You good with that? Oh, okay. Coulthard, bro, no? 50% less is still better than 100%? I don't think so. It's like, what? Oh, Arthur Dudley, big shout out. We got another family member. Let's salute them in the chat. That's what I'm talking about. Another family member. Let's go ahead and salute them real quick. Where they at? Damn, I just lost it. Where is it? Oh, I got you right here. I'm about to salute you right now, bro. Big shout out to you joining the family member. Big shout out. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. We're going to be in here popping and going at it next week. Wolfpack F1 Grudge Racing Series. It's time for the new VIP member, though. Who is the new VIP member? Dun, dun, dun. And I'm going to put them in the chat. And then I'm going to say their name. So just hold tight. Let me go ahead and put the Goldish helmets up there. Let's go ahead and congratulate. Oh, yeah. He deserves it, too. Bow. Congrats to Derwin Hill, new VIP member. Bro, boom, 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 boom. Listen, bro, get with me in the Discord. I will get you your box sent out to you. Derwin Hill, also a Wolfpack F1 Grudge Racing driver. He will be driving next week with the rest of the drivers. Come check them all out. But Derwin Hill, I'm going to get your box sent to you, bro. Get with me in the Discord. Let me know 2 optional shirt sizes for you, address, and I will get your VIP box sent to you. Congratulations, my brother. Congratulations. I told you we got VIP members rolling like it ain't nobody's business. Watch what I tell you. By the time we come back for Canada, we're going to have another VIP member. I promise you that. VIP members are like running it up right now. This is the most VIP members that we've ever had. The most we've ever had. Freak Dogs Flair says, I think they were counting wins versus Verstappen has more. Yeah, he does have more. But more wins don't make you the most successful driver. Championships is what makes you the most successful driver. And wins will equate to that. But the ending of getting the championship is the solidifying of the success in that season. And right now, Max Verstappen only has 2 championships. So, by any other metrics, doesn't even matter. Seb is still the most successful driver that have driven for Red Bull, period, until Max Verstappen gets 5 championships. Derwin Hill says, oh, wow, thank you so much. No, brother, thank you for being a family member. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for driving and also winning that race in the DZP driving series and driving for Wolfpack F1 Grudge Racing. Thank you. Paul says, congratulations, Hill. Well-deserved. Welcome to the VIP club. Love you, bro. Love you too, Paul. Love you, Derwin. Man, y'all keep doing it. X-Trax 38 up in the house says, congratulations, Durham. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the VIP club. That's what I'm talking about. VIPs all up in here. Mary Beanie, congratulations, Hillian. You deserve this. So, hey, it's been a great day and a good time. Mercedes doing their thing. We going blind with success. Even though they try to stop us from having a good show, we did it. We in it. We going to be back with it again next week. Wolfpack F1 Grudge Racing. Don't forget, Monday, tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You don't want to miss F1 Minute. It's about you. F1 Minute is about you, not about me. All right? Come see F1 Minute. Come talk your crap. Come talk about the GP. Come tell us what you thought. Come support your team or your driver. Come join us in F1 Minute tomorrow at 8:30 Standard Eastern PM time. And you will see that we are going to have a good time. I guarantee you, you will have a good time. You're going to get to come on. You're going to be able to give your take. You're going to be able to save your piece. You're going to be able to debate with me. But if I get to go on that show and I don't have to debate with a lot of people, it's going to be an easy day for me. I'm just going to be able to get on, get off, and have a good time, and then it'll be over. You don't want that. So just do this. Come to the show. Come enjoy yourself. And then enjoy it with everybody else in the live chat audience, but you need a laptop or a desktop, okay? Make sure you have that. Also, live content coming all week. You don't want to miss that as well. Live content coming all week, so be here for that as well, okay? We will see you soon, and this is another successful finale lap. Peace and love to you all. Also, Derwin says, I'm getting teary-eyed. Thank you. This is such a blessing. Derwin, you are a blessing, bro. You are a blessing, and I appreciate you very much for everything you do. Will I Am says, Gratz Hill, Tri-State Fam, Grudge Racer. Woo, I'm telling you, they giving, hey, Derwin loved out here in these streets. Derwin loved out here in these Wolfpack streets. I'm trying to tell you, for real, for real. The family is so loving. The family's loving. That's why they hate us so much. Because we love so much. But it is what it is. We're going to get with y'all soon, so don't forget. Be here, all right? Peace and love to y'all.